Have you ever tried to get someone's attention and nothing worked? You tried talking, you tried writing, you tried calling, you tried everything? Well, that's what God faced with Pharaoh. Moses delivered God's command, "Let my people go," but Pharaoh refused. So God sent plagues. But these weren't random punishments. They were a direct strike against the gods of Egypt and Pharaoh's pride. So let's reflect on lesson 4, the plagues. First, there was a showdown. Aaron's staff turned into a serpent and swallowed the magician's snakes. Why? Because in Egypt, snakes symbolized divine power. Pharaoh even wore one on his crown, so God showed him, "I am greater than your gods. I am the true king." Then came the plagues. But here's a big question. Did God harden Pharaoh's heart? Or did Pharaoh harden his own heart? The answer is both. At first, Pharaoh hardened his own heart, but later, God confirmed his decision. Like clay and butter under the same heat, they both stay hard, but butter eventually melts. God never forced Pharaoh to do anything. He honored Pharaoh's choices. Now let's look at the plagues. Plague 1, the Nile turns to blood. God struck Hapi, the Nile god. Plague 2, frogs swarmed the land. He targeted the frog goddess Hecate. Plague 3, gnats rose from the dust, challenging Geb, god of the earth. And after each plague, Pharaoh's magicians admitted, "This is the finger of God." Yet Pharaoh's heart remained hard. Then came more plagues. God made a distinction. Egypt was struck, but Israel was spared. Plague 4, swarms of flies. God humiliated the gods of the marsh. Plague 5, livestock die. Gods like Hathor and Apis, they were disgraced. Plague 6, boils break out. Pharaoh realized these plagues were no accident. Isis and Imhotep, gods of medicine, they were powerless. And finally, the magicians couldn't stand before Moses anymore. Still, Pharaoh refused to listen. From their destruction came from the sky. Hail crushed crops. Locusts devoured what remained. Darkness covered the land. Each plague crushed an Egyptian god, Nut, the sky goddess, Osiris, the god of crops, and Ra, the sun god. Finally, Pharaoh's own officials said, "Egypt is ruined. Let them go." Pharaoh said, "I have sinned." But it wasn't real repentance. He changed his mind again. Despite all the evidence, Pharaoh held on to his pride. He had every reason to surrender, but he refused. That's tragic. Reminds us of Proverbs 16:18, "Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall." But remember this, friends. This story isn't just about Egypt. It's about what happens when we resist God's voice. Plagues didn't destroy Pharaoh. His pride did. The question is, when God speaks, will you listen?